So, the migration crisis is caused by one specific thing. It is the fact that all the illegal drugs people buy in the United States are sent to us from South America. So we're sending all the money back to South America to drug lords and kingpins for these drugs. So these drug lords and kingpins become richer and more powerful and more well-armed militarily than the actual governments of the countries that these people live in. So that's why these people are leaving those countries and moving up here, is because they live in sort of a gang rule, communist mafia drug situation, where if you're not one of the people in that business, then you are nobody. And those people just boss you around like nothing. You can't open a business. You can't just have your house and wake up in the morning and have a garden and make some food and do this and that and the other. They rule the world down there, and the people are fleeing it massively. So the only thing we can possibly do to end that is to cut off all the money that goes down to South America, to these drug lords and drug kingpins and gangs and et cetera. So the only way to do that is, here in America, we have to find a way to supply ourselves with these drugs, rather than send the money down to South America to the drug lords and kingpins and gangs and stuff like that. How could we possibly find a way to supply ourselves with these drugs? Well, we could simply legalize it for doctors to prescribe these drugs to people who need them, who say they need them, who say they've been using them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just all you would have to do to legalize yourself to buy the drugs here under my plan is to say, I need it, I want it, I'm in too much pain mentally or physically, and or I'm addicted to this drug already or using it already. You can have a much better outcome that way. And that way, all the money that people spend on illegal drugs starts to come into, and eventually all goes into our system, into our medical, legal, governmental system, so that we have all that money. And so that any problems that the people who are using these drugs have medically, it will make it so much easier for us to help them, to afford to be able to help them, because we will be getting all the money that they used to be sending down to South America to the illegal drug cartels. And so by doing that here, we will make it peaceful down there. And so the people who are migrating up here will realize, hey, the drug cartels aren't in charge anymore. We can actually have our old-fashioned normal life, which we've had for centuries after century. It used to be very normal and peaceful down there, and it used to be a very easy thing to go down there and just take a simple vacation for people who live up here in the United States. So we can go back to that by taking all the money from the drug lords, giving it to our medical system, by treating people who use these drugs here in the United States, so that their money does not go back down there to the drug lords anymore. So those guys are broke, so people can start recreating their lives and having a normal, decent life in South America. And that's the answer to this whole drug issue, crime issue, migration issue, is what I've just described. You can solve the whole thing. You can stop all the violence of illegal drugs here and in South America, and you can largely end accidental overdoses, because there won't be this messy bullshit people are buying. They'll be getting it from the system here in the United States. And so, also, like I said, the best thing is that the migration issue will come to a natural conclusion, because people will be able to go back to their home countries or stay in their home countries and be in charge, have a simple law and order in their life, and not be ruled by the drug lords. That's the important thing to think about. So anyway, that's my idea. I hope you give it some thought. Thank you.